Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, August 5th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts. Let me get their name tags together. So we're going to start with my gorgeous Moon. Hey, boo.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning indeed. Next, we have my icy chili. Hello, boo.
Hey everyone.
Hey, hey. And next, we have my incomparable Libra queen. Hello, gorgeous.
Hey y'all.
Hey, hey. And shout out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Let me get you y'all visual. And before we jump into the tea, I want to send a special birthday shout out to my paternal grandmother, Joyce. Happy, happy birthday, boo. She celebrates her 77th birthday today. So 77 and fabulous. That was a picture. She actually hates taking pictures. So that's it. I'm gonna spill her tea a little bit. This picture is actually 20 years old, y'all. 21 years old. We took this Christmas in 2005. She hates taking pictures. So we haven't had a picture together in a very long time. Probably won't get one anytime soon. And we're okay with that. But happy birthday, my love. I hope you enjoy your day. And I wish you many, 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 many more birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna clip this and send it to her. Well, so we've had enough classic for one day. Let's go ahead and get ratchet, honey. Jump into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
Well, just like I told y'all before we started recording, I like to start off with annoying y'all with some Diddy news, some Tootsie Roll news, and we have quite a bit of it today. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, his prison release date has actually been moved back. So remember, we kept reading about it being moved up. It's actually been moved back due to that fight behind bars that TMZ reports. And you see where it says here, by way of TMZ, Diddy's prison release date pushed back after another fight behind bars. Excuse me, after fight behind bars, not another one. He didn't get into another fight. Well, Diddy's prison release date was just pushed back after the brawl he got in behind bars. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Diddy now won't get out until February 20th of 2028. This comes just days after his release date has been moved up from February to January. The scandalized music mogul's release date had been jumping around a bunch lately. It was originally slated for summer before jumping to April, then February, then January, and now back to February. It's not clear why the date has been moving up so much. The January release was even set after Diddy was thrown into solitary confinement for his prison fight, but now they're walking back the January release date, and it's unclear what their reasoning is. And as we know, he was sentenced to 50 months in prison after his conviction on 2 prostitution charges back in October 2025. So, yeah, so they said we have a comment saying they're just going to move it up later. Honestly, based off of what we've been seeing, honey, that's likely to happen. I think they just keep moving it up to the point they want to make it this year, honey, but they don't want to make it obvious. I think. But girl, let's talk about how the FBI done seized a lot of his shit, honey. I mean, some shit that he can't get. It's a whole some electronics and all of that, honey. And you all should see. I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Diddy's electronics cash forfeited to U.S. government. Girl. Well, it looks like Diddy's out $9,000 and a whole Best Buy's worth of electronics because the judge in his criminal case just signed an order handing a bunch of stuff confiscated during his arrest and raids on his homes. Judge Arun Subramanian, who you may remember from presiding over Diddy's criminal trial, signed an order Tuesday officially forfeiting a bunch of property to Uncle Sam, authorizing the feds to take possession and dispose of the items in accordance with the law. It's a long list of items, multiple iPhones, iPads, hard drives, and even $9,000 cash seized from the Park Hyatt Hotel on September 16, 2024, when Diddy was taken into custody. It goes on. The docs note no claims contesting the forfeiture had been filed in the 30 days since the forfeiture notice was published. So the judge signed off on the order, and now it's a done deal. And as you know, Diddy's properties were all raided back in 2024 before he was arrested and slapped with a number of charges, and he was ultimately convicted on 2 counts related to prostitution. So I'm just go ahead and stop there because we know the rest of how that story ends. But yes, honey. So that they got $9,000 in cash, iPhones, iPads, and girl, and then he can't get it back. And then, according to this art, he didn't fight back, or maybe he didn't know he had to fight back, or maybe his attorneys, maybe this was an oversight on their part, possibly, while he was in solitary confinement when they were trying to get in contact with him. What we were reading about, I don't know, but or maybe he just feels that this is such a small compared to in the grand scheme of things. This is maybe just a small portion of things that he doesn't need anymore. I don't know. But I just can't imagine this narcissistic man just letting this go like this, but okay. And that's that on that. And the last Tootsie Roll story I have for us today, and then we'll move on to something else. But we're gonna talk about all the money he has spent to his lawyers. And if y'all had to take a guess, just before I even share the story, if y'all had to take a guess, what would you think he has spent in amount of like fighting all these lawsuits and stuff against him? Like, would y'all think he spent millions of dollars, thousands of dollars?
2 million.
5 million.
Y'all, now y'all ain't even close, baby. 8 million, honey. And you should
Mhm.
see where it says here by way of TMZ, Diddy paid his lawyers $8 million to defend him in criminal case. Girl. Well, Sean Diddy Combs is lucky he's a wealthy music mogul because TMZ has learned he coughed up somewhere between $7 to $8 million to his high-powered lawyers over the course of his nearly 2-year federal criminal case. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Diddy has paid the massive legal tab to his team of trial and appellate attorneys, namely Mark Agnifilo. I'm sure I just said his name wrong again. Sorry, Mark. Tenny Garagos, Brian Steele, Nicole Westmoreland, and others, dating back to his arrest in New York City in September 2024. For most people, that will be a staggering amount of money to shell out. But Diddy isn't most people, and he reportedly has hundreds of $1 million in the bank. So I'm just going to stop it right there. $8 million to defend his freedom, honey. Mm, 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 mm. So $8 million, and they just forfeited an additional $9,000 plus and those electronic.
$9,000 is $10 compared to 8 million.
Yep.
And also, I mean, lawyers are expensive in general, off of just being a regular person, not being someone with wealth. So, I mean, yeah, makes sense because that stretched on for a long time. Them billable hours was billing. They was billing.
Okay. Woo, child.
They said, bitch, if I gotta pull out a paper clip for your ass, that's a charge. Okay.
damn right. Oh, honey, just a man like Mark or Tenny or Nicole. Like y'all, let me hold $20. I know y'all got it. Let me hold $20. Well, or let me hold $9 in regards to that Chicago hot dog that we talked about with Malice. When was that? Monday, I think we talked about it. And Malice is saying, stop playing on his name. And I just have to say, this should tell you how solid of a person that he is because I've been reading the celebrity news for a long time. Both him and his brother, they tend to stay out of mess. And the only scandalous thing we've heard about Malice is that he allegedly stole a hot dog. I didn't believe he stole it from the first place because they even said in the article that we read, like these type of places usually make you pay before you get your food. So how he even get his food in the first place? Well, he tells us in his own response to this nonsense. And y'all should see I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Malice brings receipts after restaurant claims he stole hot dog. So let me share my screen and let's watch this. This is about like 2 minutes long. He records the whole interaction, and he records that girl who girl y'all got to see it. It's hilarious. Let me share my screen. And here we go. Get the fuck in here. Let me tell y'all. You know I ain't gonna tell no lie.
Now we done been all over the world touring, and every day we've been saying how good it's been, how easy it's been, how steady it's been. No problems. And the day before yesterday, I'm gonna decide to steal me a hot dog.
The motherfucking Malice, yes, the guy, whatever the fuck he want to be from the rap group Eclipse, that brought his black nugget
He
headed.
said he clipped.
You get your big ass up me. Like I said, he probably was salty because I called him Flavor Flav. Not me. That's you, motherfucker. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But thank you. Hey, you that's the clip. That is. That's the clip.
Oh, she acting like that in front of all these fucking white people. Ugh.
He gonna come here and order Polish. What you want? You want Chicago style? Chicago style. All right. Anything else for anybody else? You want anything? Yo, come here. What you want in Chicago? We got a show tonight doing all the police. What the fuck? Why you didn't invite me? Why you ain't there? What the fuck? I'm supposed to be down in this hot ass kitchen. Everything grill onion. That's what the fuck he had on it. Big dyke in it. What the fuck? Big dyke in it. I said, you already know. I'll tell you. Hey, so you just want a Polish? You want some fries or a drink? No. Just Polish. All right, Chicago style. Yeah, I got it. With that dark sauce? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't got no choice. It's marinated pussy. You gotta send me my motherfucking money for that Polish, motherfucker. I'm Malik. And then go run to his fucking truck and get in and drive off. Thank you, baby. Him, his security guard, and his fucking cameraman. Thank you. Y'all coming out? God bless. Thank you. We love you. Love you. How much was this, Thanos? On the house. Oh, really? But I'm gonna get you. Damn, I didn't get the thing coming there. Send me my motherfucking money for my Polish.
Ooh, that was a good edit.
Now
Okay.
fuck your tip. You can keep him, you thieving motherfucker.
When I tell y'all, when I saw this video, honey, I hollered. I'm like, really, girl? And then they got you on camera saying, it's on me. It's on me. It's on. And you see how he clipped that part like several times. It's on me. Girl, all that. Leave Malice alone. He don't
I've
bother
seen that.
nobody.
This is what she do. Like cause I saw a black dude food blogger, dude that be doing stuff. Bigger dude. He always um making something or trying something or going somewhere. Anyways, he went there and it was I wouldn't say a similar interaction, but it was very like that, like just loud and like she's talking shit and he's like talking shit back to her and them type of people are exhausting.
Look, and I wanted a hot dog from that place before. I don't know if I want that now. Mm-mm.
And the funny thing, he was like, well, this is okay, it's subpar at best. Like he was talking cash shit. He was like, this shit is raggedy.
That man
He
don't
was
bother
in her face.
nobody.
But that loud, like just obnoxiousness for no reason, that shit irritates my soul.
And then they up in there talking about big dyke energy and stuff. Like, girl, what they got to do with anything? Give me my hot dog. Like, what is happening? Mm.
Big loud. That if I was a dyke, I would be offended. Like, bitch, you ain't representing us.
Yeah,
That
I'm
loud
like
ass shit.
25% dyke. Yes, I am offended. Let me stop.
Like, god damn. Just loud and obnoxious. And then why you get online and make a whole lie? That's
She,
weird.
especially when she saw he had a cameraman and stuff. So the cameraman should have told you maybe there was going to be some type of video documentation of this, and maybe she wanted to be a part of the moment or something because we are talking about this girl now. So it may be.
Mm, it just really turned me off. Is that in Chicago? Where is that at?
Hmm.
I'm not going there. I don't want.
No way. When
Mm-mm.
I went there, I had a really, really good time and I ate some really, really good food. Except for that time I
Mm.
ordered, and I was told that that was my fault for even going to Portillo's in the first place. But I ordered an Italian beef. They ain't put no motherfucking peppers on my Italian beef. How am I gonna have an Italian beef with no peppers, girl? Mm-mm. But the hot dog was delicious. So yeah, that's that on that. And what we got next? Oh, so remember yesterday we had a story about Nene Leakes, and there was reports that she was going to be getting a return contract to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we learned that that was not true, and they haven't issued any contracts to anybody for the upcoming season. Well, unfortunately, Nene has, I don't want to say better things to worry about, but girl, this is not her son, Bryson. You all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leakes' son, Bryson Bryant, poses for new mugshot. Poor thing. Well, Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Nene Leakes' son, Bryson Bryant, added a new mugshot to his collection after being booked into jail once again, TMZ has learned. According to jail records obtained by TMZ, Bryson checked into the Gwinnett County Jail in Georgia on July 24th related to a contempt of court charge. Bryson has a lengthy history of legal trouble. As TMZ first reported, he was arrested May 1st for allegedly failing to pay court ordered child support, violating probation, and failing to appear. The probation violation stemmed from a previous case in which cops said Bryson was found with fentanyl. Police say he gave officers his younger brother Brent Leaks' name while being questioned. The drug charges was later dismissed as part of a plea deal, but Bryson was sentenced to 12 months probation for giving officers a false name. He was also ordered to complete 40 hours of community service, submit to random drug testing, undergo a substance abuse evaluation, and pay a $500 fine. His bond in the May arrest was set at approximately $27,000, and he was eventually released. But now it looks like Bryson is back in custody.
Damn, how you gonna throw your own brother under the bus?
Well, it sounds like he a drug addict, and that's what they do.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he knew he was on that last strike, honey. Child. Oh, we have a comment saying her facelift is failing. Oh, I'm
Her
sorry.
face what?
Her facelift is failing.
Ooh,
Falling,
wow.
excuse me.
Well, you know they only last for so long.
Oh, well, they lift it when you have the coins. They lift it when you make the coins. Let me stop. No, this is out of the surgeon's office. This is off the runway. This is from Dr. Miami. Anywho. But no, I wish them well. Like if you've been a long time watcher of the show, you know this is just like the article said. He has a lengthy history, unfortunately, and Nene, thoughts and prayers, girl. And that's that on that. Well, Anne Marie Wiley, she's saying Emmanuel Acho need to shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
And you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ. And it says Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Anne Marie Wiley says sick men like Emmanuel Acho shame abuse victims. Well, let's get into it. Anne Marie Wiley is ripping Emmanuel Acho for calling her dumb as hell over how she handled alleged abuse in her marriage, saying attacks like Acho's are exactly why domestic violence victims stay silent. The former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star fired back Monday on Instagram, accusing Acho of spewing disgusting and disturbing things about her and her family. Anne-Marie says Acho has no clue what women, mothers, and victims endure while trying to protect their children or escape situations that seem impossible to leave. Her blistering post appears aimed at Acho's recent podcast remarks, where he labeled both Anne-Marie and her estranged husband, former NFL Marcellus Wiley, dumb as hell. Acho questioned why Anne-Marie married Marcellus in 2014, 2 years after she claimed he raped her in. The former NFL player also wondered why Anne-Marie publicly praised Marcellus as an incredible man and father in 2024, despite now alleging years of domestic violence. Anne-Marie didn't name Marcellus in her response, but said victims often stay, normalize the abuse, and hide it until they are completely broken. She added men who excuse or enable alleged abusers are the reason women feel terrified and shamed into silence. As TMZ reported, Marcellus was arrested for domestic battery over the 4th of July weekend after Anne-Marie accused him of poking her cheek and threatening to kill her at a Florida hotel. She later filed for divorce and sought a restraining order, alleging years of physical and sexual abuse. Marcellus has adamantly denied abusing or sexually assaulting Anne-Marie, calling her claims false. And Marie says she and their children are now in survival mode and asks people to keep them in their prayers. Girl, well, that's that on that. She said, and I mean, she's not wrong. People like you, things like that do kind of encourage women to not speak up with things that go. When you have men with large platforms like this talking like that, and like, yeah, so
Isn't this guy wrong a lot of times? Don't he always be saying something he be dead ass wrong?
to my knowledge, I'm not familiar, but yeah, I think to my knowledge, I remember seeing his name before in some shit. So I don't, yeah. Well, that's that on that, honey. Oh, girl, this next story. So Cartel Bo, honey. The nerve. What I tell you, the nerve, the way niggas be wanting to play in your face, honey. These niggas are dangerous and they like what's that Zora Neale Hurston quote? If you are silent about your pain, they will kill you and say you enjoyed it. Girl, and this is the case here, honey. You all should see I have just shared here by way of all hip hop. Cartel Bo denies kidnapping wife and says handcuffs were for OnlyFans sexual bondage. Girl, hold on, look, where's my damn plug? Because my computer about the battery going dead. Let me plug her up real quick because we need to read this shit. Because remember, we just talked about Cartel Bo and how his ass was caught up because that woman was able to escape and was able to get help from people when he had her ass held captive. Girl. Well, Cartel Bo remains jailed without bond after Monday's hearing, where prosecutors pressed to keep him detained while his kidnapping case moves forward. The hearing lasted several hours and revealed evidence that contradicted the initial allegations against the rapper. Brown's attorney, Samuel Milich, told reporters after the hearing that new evidence presented in court was very exculpatory for his client. Allegations are nothing more than an uncorroborated statement, Milich said, and only thing that makes it a fact is evidence. The case centers on allegations involving Alexia Valdez, the mother of Brown's children. According to court testimony, a 911 call was placed at approximately 1:05 a.m. on July 26 by Sonia Girdry, Brown's aunt, who has custody of the couple's children. Charging records allege Cartel Bo abducted the mother of his children July 21st, confined her inside a dead-bolted closet, and sexually assaulted her. KPRC's review of charging records found investigators recovered zip ties, handcuffs, fast food wrappers, and the closet lock after deputies answered a welfare check. The woman allegedly escaped in handcuffs after Cartel Bo left, reached a neighbor, and later received medical care after officers found her nearby. Cartel Bo is also charged with family violence assault involving the same woman and a misdemeanor accusing him of striking her Uber driver. The driver told investigators he intervened outside a recording studio during a June dispute and was punched repeatedly, according to court documents. According to testimony, the incident stemmed from Valdez's belief that Brown was going to visit another woman. The defense revealed that handcuffs found in the home were used by the couple in their OnlyFans content involving consensual sexual bondage. Milich also raised concerns about the person who made the initial 911 call. According to testimony, Sonia Girdry first called reporting a missing person, then called again 3 hours later claiming someone was being kidnapped. Milich questioned the timing and consistency of those calls. But during the hearing, a critical detail emerged. Valdez signed an affidavit of non prosecution and recorded a video statement recanting the allegations. In that video, Valdez claimed she was never threatened or assaulted by Brown and alleged that law enforcement pressured her to make statements she didn't want to make. This complainant in this case is a grown woman, Milich explained. If a person does not want to go forward with the case, they have a right to say that they don't want to go forward with the case. I am relying on a video where she is recanting, saying that these things did not happen. It would be foolish not to as a defense attorney. Milich also highlighted what he called troubling details about how law enforcement handled Valdez. According to the testimony, paramedics transported Valdez to a hospital despite her repeatedly telling emergency personnel she didn't want to go. Once at the hospital, she was interviewed by law enforcement for several hours. She was harassed and intimidated by law enforcement, Cartel Bo's other attorney said. She said it over and over again. I felt harassed, I felt threatened, I felt intimidated. The August 3rd hearing left Cartel Bo jailed without bond, while local courtroom coverage said Millich argued prosecutors presented weak evidence. A federal judge sentenced Cartel Bo to 78 months following his guilty plea in the 2018 Lakewood Park music video prosecution. He returned with Fresh Out the Feds, then released Chapo, Pablo, and El Cartel while rebuilding his profile across Houston hip hop scene. His 2026 album includes Fredo Bang, Baby Kia, and Honeycomb Brazy after a 2025 set featuring Sauce Walker, Paul Wall, and Trader Truth. Just before his arrest, he was promoting the 19-track Hit for a Bag 3 and a documentary tied to his comeback and Neighborhood Story. Millich also criticized prosecutors for using Brown's rap content against him in court. He's a rapper, he's an entertainer. That's what entertainment rappers do, the rapper's lawyer said. But to use that content against him in a criminal courtroom to help leverage prosecuting this young man and denying him a bond is unfair. The attorney warned other rappers about this prosecutorial tactic. Prosecutors are taking your hip hop content in videos and in lyrics, and at the right moment, at the right time, at their disposal, their discretion, they're using it against you. But they don't do it to any other entertainment figures, he said. Cartel's bold misdemeanor assault case involving the Uber driver remains scheduled for Friday, August 7th in Harris County Court. Whoo, child, I know there was a lot of information, honey. But whoo, this motherfucker is crazy. I'm sorry, this motherfucker is bat shit crazy. Are you kidding me? But you know what? If I had an attorney, I would want it just like this, just like Mr. Samuel Millich, honey, because he is, I mean, of course, what he's saying is nonsense, but that's what you're supposed to as a defense attorney. These I didn't have they found zip tags, fast food wrappers, because that girl has been held captive against her will, and he was feeding her fast food, and had it tied up with zip ties, and he was like, "Oh no, we was just doing OnlyFans content for consensual sexual bondage, girl."
um, I feel like they can't use that whole little thing like, oh, you can't use my rap lyrics against me. Um, these young dudes, they proven that they really be talking about what they be doing. They be snitching on themselves. I'm sorry. Back in the day, that was plausible because people weren't talking about they. If they were, they would not talk about it. It wouldn't be verbatim. We was on this highway and yeah, we dumped blah 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 on this day at this time. They be telling their whole business.
Hmm. Sam. I mean, you would have a point, Sammy. If they didn't. They use like I'm sure they would if there was a rock singer, somebody singing maybe heavy metal rock, and the song was about murdering someone. I'm sure they would use those lyrics against them in court. You see how they were able to use David, I wouldn't even consider David an R&B singer. What kind of music he does? That's alternative, whatever.
Alternative
But they were
pop.
able to
I
use
don't
his
know.
lyrics against him.
Because I had never heard of him ever. So he falls in that alternative pop situation. I don't know.
Yep.
Whatever you be listening to.
Hmm. Child, I listen, baby, lock this motherfucker up and melt the key, honey. Mm-mm. This it's the zip ties for me. Like, and just what if there wasn't that welfare check? He probably would, and she wasn't able to escape. She probably would have been held much longer. And then I was reading other stories. Now I didn't see any links with this, but I saw like the comments and Instagram comments and stuff. That he was upset that she was allegedly messing with other rappers or something real crazy. So he kidnapped her, and mm-mm, mm-mm. Well, that is that on that. Our next story. So, do y'all remember we just talked about? I think it was maybe last week about Clarissa Shields. She went on an Atlanta radio station with Miss Shanika, and Miss Shanika was pretty much asking her, like, how do you feel about being with somebody's husband or something like that? I forget the question. Well, honey, Clarissa has responded to that. It wasn't. It was a very fiery response, in my opinion.
Wait. Back up. I thought she responded while she was there. She responded again.
She responded again, honey, and
Oh,
this
see, this is why she be fucking up. This is
Mhm.
why people be like, girl, what's wrong with you? You responded in her face. You said what you needed to say. We agreed with you and thought you gave a great response. Now, days later, you still want to talk shit? Girl, you weird. You weird.
Yeah. And you know who agrees with you, Moon? Eva Marcille, winner of season 3, or excuse me, winner of cycle 3 of America's Next Top Model, because Eva responded to Clarissa's response. So we're going to talk about all of that thanks to Noir Online org. Their Instagram page actually was able to capture this. Let me share my screen. And you should all see the headline says, Eva Marcille calls out Clarissa Shields following rant against ATL radio host Miss Shanika, saying, let's keep it cute. So I'm going to read Eva's response first, and then we'll play Clarissa's response. But, let me go to the first one. So Eva says, now wait one goddamn minute. Are we talking about the same interview? Because this is a whole lot of aftermath energy considering there was nothing but space and opportunity on air. Let's keep it cute. And then she goes on to say, you two are both beautiful black women, but me nor the entire town play about Miss Shanika. And she is nothing but beautiful. So watch your throat, especially on the I'm sorry, watch your throat on the weight. Hashtag respectfully. So let me and we're gonna start playing from the beginning.
And cheat on your husband in your face. You shut all that disrespectful shit up. Now, after the fact, you got all this lip and talking all this shit because you never got this much attention before in your life. Being a radio host, I didn't even know who you was. I came there for Jock and Shorty. I did not come there for you. But the fact that you asked a question in such a distasteful way, and I answered you like the professional that I am, now you want to go on these rants and talking about some pat with me for this reason, pat with me for that reason, blah, 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 blah. You didn't say none of that stuff when you were sitting there in my presence. Shanika, your big fat ass sat up there and talked that shit to me. And then when I checked you, respectfully, I checked you respectfully in your face. In your face. You shut all that disrespectful shit up.
So that's one clip. Let's go to the next one.
With a
Leslie,
and you got the nerve to talk about me? Girl, bye. And you went through a whole divorce. Me and you not the same. We not the same. So I never even knew nothing about you, Miss Shanika. But since you want to come fucking with me, now I got to put your business out there. Because you want to be so fucking crazy toward me. I left the little interview where it was at.
And baby, before I play this last clip, I just want to give y'all a heads up. She talk about how good her pussy is.
oh no, let's not. Please, let's spare us, please.
I had to sit through this. I will not suffer misery alone.
Oh my
I want to tell you the
god.
real reason why Pappy's with me. Because I don't think you know. I'm going to tell you. I'm a badass bitch. Flat out. My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. I'm successful. I'm young. And the things that my little Punama can do is amazing. That's how we together. I
Too
want
much
to tell
dip
you.
on her chest. Too much dip on her chest.
Girl, you ain't got to respond about every. Oh my god, I'm so tired
Listen,
of y'all little
you know,
relationship.
you
Ugh.
know. Every time I see her talk, she's a person who needs to be seen, not heard. Because all I can think is, damn, she's slow. Every time I see her, that's all I can think is, damn, she's slow.
Mm-hmm.
She's low. She doesn't have any. Her EQ is low as fuck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
where's her team? She talking about all she got this, she got it. Where's her team to protect her, to keep her out of this mess? Because baby, we don't care. We don't want to hear you no more. Wrong is
And
wrong,
matter
right
of
is
fact,
right, and let's keep it cute, okay? Okay.
if Miss Janika done said stuff about her since then, didn't nobody know. Why are you talking? Girl, you shouldn't even care. Oh my God, you running around here defending your relationship with this funny looking man like it's the championship, like you finna get a belt for it. Girl, sit down. Nobody cares. I'm tired of hearing your fucking relationship. Take us out the group chat. No one cares.
And not only did she tell us about the relationship, she took it a step further, told us how good what her punani can do. That's why she kept
How
coming.
she
What?
know?
That
What
motherfucker
the
can box too? What the fuck?
girl, girl.
Been that puss sober. I'm a mink, mink, mink.
Well, it didn't even keep any other nigga that you was with. So why people be saying stupid shit like that? It didn't keep whatever nigga that you was with before.
And I,
Ugh,
ooh,
God, I hate when females do that. You know what? Niggas will stick their dick in a hole, any hole, a hole, just a hole.
y'all know
So it
y'all went over
don't
to a man house
matter.
and saw that sock in the corner.
Thank you. So, girl, stop saying what your put, cause, girl, a bitch with smelly pussy and everything else, they still will put their dick in it and talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't no prize. And as soon as you hoes start realizing that, y'all will be liberated. True God, be for real.
I mean, and
Take us out the group chat.
she really be going around like pleading her case, like girl, the public truly does not care, and you are really the way you keep adding fuel to the fire. It's like making people be like, okay, well, girl, since you want to bring it to our attention, we gonna roast you, and it's like you really don't have to say nothing, baby. You are so great without like you are good. I understand. Y'all know I'm not a sports ball fan, but I from what I hear, she is extremely good at what she does when it comes to
Matter of fact,
boxing.
I only know her from the internet. I've never seen her fight. I
She
don't
has,
know. I
she
don't
has
know.
to be
And,
again.
and then that's great that she can fight, but I've
She's not.
never even seen it.
She has to be because she's not smart.
Ooh,
Yeah. I agree. She's a great fighter. She is, I believe, one of the youngest fighters to win titles, if I'm not mistaken, because she's been around a long time. But also, too, I feel like she opens the gateway for people to clown her. This man is still technically married. Yeah, he filed for divorce, but you've been with him for how long now? So, yeah, he filed for divorce because he's serious about you after how many years? That's the first thing. The second thing is, girl, we don't care about you. Like no one cares, and don't give a fuck about Papoose either. By the way, just FYI, boo, we don't give a fuck about you or your man. Okay, go in there, be successful in your sport, and let him manage you. Because you see how that worked out for Remy, but go off. And
Don't do that. Oh, yeah.
yeah, so that part, you want to trust a man with your money, do you? But at the end of the day, you were trying to rap and do all type of weird ass shit, girl. We do not need you to do that. Remy said what she said. She has a hit. She's going around town rapping her rhymes and dissing y'all, and y'all just gonna have to take that on the chin. You know what a punch feels like, so period.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, and then I remember well, with people don't want to real like y'all don't want to say that word. He's divorced. Like, girl, you like pleading your case to be with this man, and to honestly, it's been fuck
No.
that close for me, honey. Ever since I found out that he was allegedly homophobic and tried to disown his gay son, allegedly.
Ooh.
Girl, she
Wow,
keeps
I didn't
putting
even
us
know.
back in the group chat, and we don't want
And
it.
I keep
Okay.
and I keep trying to leave. I'm leaving. I don't care. How about we see you fight? Put out some training videos. Do that. God damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, grow your brand in your sports way, not over no man.
That's all I know her for.
Is Papoose
Literally.
upstairs or
Ooh,
like,
Or him downstairs. Him
girl,
downstairs.
girl?
uh,
Okay.
I don't know. There's a whole segment of people that only know you for this. They ain't seen
Hmm.
you fight. They don't know nothing about your record. Who you finna fight next? Let's talk about that. Do you have something lined up? You got is your job still valid, relevant? Like the fuck?
Mm-mm. She said, "I just want to line up my man, my man, my man, my man." She is so my man, my man. I know she
That
does.
man is gonna be her downfall, and she just don't even know it yet. And
Mhm.
I hope she doesn't get pregnant. That's my hope for her. I just it's a mess. It's a mess. And we don't give a fuck about your ghetto ass love. How about that? We just don't give a fuck.
Yep, it's coming. They've had baby talks before. I remember reading an interview. She wants to have a baby, but with him, so it's
And fuck
coming.
him for even engaging in that because we already know who and what he is. And that's just all fake phony to me. Because I'm going to tell you, I feel like he would have already gotten her pregnant by now if he really wanted a kid. She's sprung enough to do such a stupid ass thing. So, like, what are we really talking about?
Hmm.
But he making sure you on them pills, I bet.
And ooh,
Because if she don't work, then where the money coming from? Because he don't got no goddamn job.
oh,
It's, listen, I'm over it.
I ain't never had a
Let me
job.
go
And
back
if
to
he's
my
supposed to be
job.
a manager, he getting paid off of you. I don't know when I don't know
Just like
what
he was getting
happens.
paid off of Remy.
Mm.
It's giving safari vibes.
ooh.
Ooh.
Well, at least Safari got the dingling to match.
Honey, okay? I know Papoose ain't popping like that. I know you got two. Listen, I was about to say something crazy. Listen, she just needs. I hope she just protects her, not only herself but her assets and her money. I really hope that she
Bianca,
protects himself.
to me, I said this a little bit ago. She act like this is the first boyfriend she's ever had in her life, to
I
be
think it
honest.
is.
Like her first for real
Yes, I think it
instead of getting
is.
That's
fucked on.
claiming her. That's claiming her with a strong quotation
And a
in
jaw.
in public.
That I feel like this, and she just don't know how to act. This is the first time.
And I'm sure it's exhausting for her that she feels like everybody coming for her and her nigga. Like I get it. I'm sure if she
Well,
feels
you the
like
one that picked up a nigga right after that he got tossed out of a relationship. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to be honest. I feel sad for her. Like I don't feel sorry for her. I feel sad for her. Like
Mhm.
it's sad to watch that she over here fighting the air for this man that doing what? Like I don't get it.
That came with a whole ass baby boy visual. I can tell you that.
For real, like I really don't
And the
understand.
boys in the hood.
Because I'm going to tell you, I don't see him on never one of these podcasts talking about my man, my
Ain't
girl,
her
my girl, my
shit.
girl, my wife, my
Right.
wifey. I don't see none of that. He don't
Nowhere.
even mention her. I see her walking hand in hand with him when there's cameras around, but I don't see him with no microphone in his hand talking about my girl, my girl, my girl. Like relax.
Not once.
Not once.
The only reason why we know they together is because of her. This is our first boyfriend. I promise you.
It
This
has to
has
be.
to be.
Yeah, it is. It got to be.
Well,
This is
congratulations
the.
on your first boyfriend, girl.
Oh my god.
Well,
Yes,
girl, this
girl.
next story I have for us, honey. So remember, we did talk about. I can't remember how long ago it was, but we talked about Tina Campbell's ex-husband when he filed for divorce.
Yes.
Honey, well, there's more, honey. And you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Mary Tina Campbell acts judge for primary custody of kids in divorce. So let's get into it. Tracina Tina Campbell is responding to her husband's divorce filing, and she wants primary custody of their kids, TMZ has learned. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, one half of the gospel powerhouse duo Mary is asking the judge for legal and physical custody of their two minor children, but she's open to estranged husband Glendon Teddy Campbell getting visitation. Tina also checked the box to block the court's ability to award her or Teddy any spousal support. She lists the date of separation as August 8th, 2024, and says there are no assets or debts to divide, although she doesn't specifically reference any prenup. TMZ broke the news. Teddy filed for divorce in Los Angeles County in April, citing the standard irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. He didn't check any boxes about custody in his filing. Teddy says the couple tied the knot back in August 2000. Tina rose to fame in the late 90s alongside her sister Erica Campbell, turning Mary Mary into a gospel meets R&B juggernaut with crossover appeal. That's why a lot of us were disappointed when we found out Tina's fucking ass was a Trump supporter with her stupid ass. And I'm sorry, I have not one bit of sympathy for her stupid ass, man. But yeah, so that's that on that. So she wants primary custody of the kids, want him to get visitation, don't want him to get any spousal support. And she don't want none from him either. Well, does he even have any to give? I don't know what he does. But that's that on that, child. The nerve of these men cheat on me and then file to divorce me and cite irreconcilable differences. Mm, 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 mm. Well, that's that on that. Tyler Perry. So he's doing something to try to take the attention away from them sexual assault allegations. He just paid for a girl's education at Harvard. And you all should see where I've just shared here by way of Hollywood Unlocked. Tyler Perry helps cover a student's Harvard graduate school tuition fees. So let's get into it. Tyler Perry is back at it again, proving that when God gives you a platform, the best thing you can do is use it to pull somebody up. The entertainment mogul and billionaire philanthropist quietly changed another life by stepping in to cover the remaining graduate school tuition for Janae Dewberry, a bright young scholar who was headed to Cambridge but hit a financial wall right before crossing the finish line. Dewberry, an Alabama native who, fresh off earning her English degree from Mother Tuskegee University, took to Instagram to share the major blessing with her followers. She revealed that while getting accepted into the prestigious Harvard Graduate School of Education was a dream come true, the cost almost turned that dream into a nightmare. Even with generous financial aid from Harvard, she was still left staring down a hefty financial gap that threatened to hold her back. After years of writing, building, networking, and earning my degree at Tuskegee University, I was accepted into Harvard, Dewberry wrote. Harvard gave me generous financial aid, but I still faced a significant financial gap and did not know how I would make this dream a reality. But God made a way. That way came straight from the head of Tyler Perry Studios. The filmmaker heard Dewberry's story, recognized her hustle, and picked up the rest of the tab so that she could step onto Harvard's campus stress free. Overwhelmed with emotion, the aspiring author and educator made sure to give Perry his flowers for publicly believing in her vision and investing in her purpose. Thank you, Tyler Perry, for hearing my story, believing in my gifts as a writer and educator, and covering the remaining cost of my Harvard education, she poured out in her emotional post. Your generosity has opened the door for me to continue my education, strengthen my voice as a writer and educator, and move closer to the forthcoming books and educational work I have been building. You are a true light in the Black community. I love you, and I am overwhelmed, humbled, and grateful beyond words. While Harvard is the current destination, Dewberry made it very clear that her HBCU root system runs deep. In a follow up reflection, she gave honor to the legendary institution that molded her before she stepped into the Ivy League halls. Mother Tuskegee prepared me to walk through doors I only dreamed about, she wrote. Harvard became the next chapter, but Tuskegee will always be the foundation. From Mother Tuskegee to Harvard, I carry every lesson, every prayer, every person who helped me rise. This latest act of kindness is just another entry into Uncle Tyler's long history of pulling out his wallet when the community needs it most. From cutting checks to keep vulnerable seniors housed to stepping up with over $1 million for families struggling through SNAP benefit cuts, Perry continues to show that real wealth is about how many doors you can unlock for others. Dewberry has officially kicked off her first week as a master education student at Harvard, stepping into the classroom with a clear mind, zero debt burden, and a full backing of the culture. hmm it's almost like they didn't even try to hide that Tyler Perry paid their asses for this fluff piece, allegedly. Girl, the he is what was that word though? Especially the hold on, I could not that he is a true something of the Black community. He they wrote and did all this Christa girl. Yeah, y'all know, baby, I can clock Christofascism from a mile away, honey. Then they say the best place if you ever an abusive man, honey, the best place you will go is the church, honey. You'll be safe over there. Allegedly, allegedly. Well, that is that on there. Congratulations to her. And yeah, that's what's up. So, what we have next, girl. Do y'all remember yesterday we talked about that bisexual girl, Sarah Jane Nader, who is out and about with Pete Davidson? And we was like, we pretty much had a conversation like, why would you even want to be with a man with a fresh newborn? Like, girl, what are you doing? But her sister pretty much is saying the same thing, Brooks Nader. She was just on, they called her on the set of Baywatch and they asked her about it. Baby, when I tell you she threw so much shade, you all should see where I share here by way of TMZ. Brooke Nader's hilarious reaction to Sister Sarah Jane hanging with Pete Davidson. She was like, well, I thought she was in the girls this week. Okay. Well, let me share my screen and we can watch this interview. Give me 1 second.
What's going on, Brooks? How are you?
Great.
You already know what we gotta talk about today.
No, what?
I want to ask Pete and your sister Sarah Jane hanging out. What are your thoughts on that? Pete Davidson and Sarah Jane hanging out. What are your thoughts?
Oh, wow. I thought she was into girls this week. That's what her vibe has been, so I don't know. You have to ask her.
Did she call you and talk about it? You know, do you like?
I got to give her a call because I'm kind of confused on her. Not as confused as her.
Would you like
kidding.
Pete for your sister?
I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost. You got to update me.
They were hanging out, but apparently just as friends. So
I believe it.
You believe it?
I don't know. I'll have to give her a call and get the tea.
Okay.
I'm busy working. She's busy doing whatever she's doing in New York.
So you haven't talked to her about it, but have you met Pete Davidson before?
Maybe in passing.
But
He
just
seems
from
funny.
what you know about him, you think he would be funny for your sister if they were to start dating?
Ask her. I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? I really did think that she was into girls recently, but she keeps us on our toes.
Right. So do you think she should, instead of going down the Pete Davidson route, she should focus on girls?
I mean, I have to get the tea from her and see what's going on.
I'll have to find you again after you get the tea.
God. Oh, God.
Because you haven't talked to her since they've hung out, right? Not yet?
When did they hang out?
Apparently yesterday.
Let's see. I haven't. No, I've been busy working, and she's just macking in New York, and I'm holding it down.
I love that. But speaking of work, we're here instead of Baywatch. Is it the last day of filming, I heard?
Yeah.
How sad are you? Are you ready for it to be over? Are you sad?
No, I'm gonna cry definitely, but there'll be many more seasons to come, I'm sure. So Celine's not going anywhere.
What would you say has been your favorite experience or part of this experience?
The beautiful costumes and wearing the iconic red suit and running on the beach.
I love that.
It's a dream.
Do you feel like you've become a better swimmer, since?
Way better. Remember we last spoke, I didn't know how to swim.
Right.
She is a mess. Someone said, I'm busy working. She's busy doing whatever in New York. And she is. I was like, oh, well, I thought she was in the girls this week. I don't know. You have to ask them.
Not her saying she's macking in New York.
Oh, a mess, honey. And I have no plans on watching this. My thing. So I guess it must be a series that they're doing, a reboot series of Baywatch that they're doing, because they already had a movie that came out in 2016, which wasn't bad. I actually watched the movie. It had The Rock in it, Zac Efron, Priyanka Chopra, Jonas. But it's just like, why y'all keep reheating nachos? Can you come up with something else? But hey.
Because the cheese is gross.
Well, that is that on that, honey. Y'all, so they saying that Perez Hilton he tried to kill himself on live stream. I'm like, oh, really? Well, you all should see I've just shared here by way of NBC News. And it says Perez Hilton hospitalized after reports he live streamed self-harm, sheriff's officials say. So let's get into it. Perez Hilton is receiving medical care Wednesday, the celebrity blogger and podcaster's team and family said after police responded to his Miami area home following reports that he appeared to engage in self harm during a live stream. A spokesperson for the Miami Dade Sheriff's Office told NBC News that deputies responded to reports Tuesday night of someone who was live streaming acts of self harm on social media. The statement, sent via email in response to an inquiry about Hilton, did not name him. In a follow up statement, the sheriff's office said the person was safely recovered and taken by Miami Dade Fire Rescue to a hospital where he was receiving medical attention. Deputies also spoke to family members at the scene who confirmed the person had been alone inside the residence, the sheriff's office added. In a Wednesday statement on Hilton's website, his team and family said they are incredibly grateful for the overwhelming outpouring of love, support, and prayers. We can confirm that Perez is receiving medical care, and our family's focus right now is on his well being, the statement said. We kindly ask that you respect Perez's privacy as well as the privacy of his family during this difficult time. The video, which was streamed on TikTok before the platform pulled it, appeared to show Hilton covered in blood with visible cuts and holding what appeared to be a knife. In the video, viewers pleaded with him and asked for his phone number so they could alert authorities. Videos from Hilton's neighborhood taken by NBC South Florida show multiple sheriff's patrol vehicles and a street shutter by yellow tape. Ring camera footage from Hilton's neighbor and obtained by NBC News shows police descending onto Hilton's Miami property. Dante Rusciolelli, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that, but the CEO of the talent management firm that represents Hilton, Golden Artist Entertainment, said in a statement Wednesday that they do not have any additional confirmed information to share regarding Perez Hilton's condition. Our focus remains on Perez's health, recovery, and the privacy of both him and his family during this incredibly difficult time, he said. We are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from fans, friends, and members of the media. We respectfully ask that everyone continue to honor his privacy while he receives the care he needs. Hilton, who's 48, made a name in the early 2000s publicizing and sometimes belittling celebrities who made public uh, gaffes or otherwise found themselves in trouble with the law. Hilton's, whose real name is Mario Lamvandera, is a single father with three children, all under the age of 14 and born via surrogacy. In a June 17th video on Instagram, he announced that his family was moving back to Miami after having lived in Las Vegas for 3.5 years. God told me to move to Miami, he said in the video, in which he also discussed a recent hospital stay. In a follow up video, Hilton and the children expressed excitement about the move. Manifesting abundance, manifesting just family, peace, good times, Hilton said. Manifesting health, good health, that's what's most important. In addition to his website, Hilton has expanded his online presence with the Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker, on which the two parse the latest celebrity news and gossip. In 2010, he said he would stop bullying people on his website as part of his effort to discourage bullying among teenagers. I really want to be part of the solution and not the problem, he told Ellen DeGeneres on her show, Ellen. Mm. And then this article ends with, if you or someone you know is in crisis, call or text 988 or go to 988lifeline.org to reach the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline or visit speakingofsuicide.com/resources. Mm. Let me tell y'all something, honey. Honey, this comment in the chat, honey, you said pretty much what I was thinking. Look, better luck next time. When I tell you I have nothing for Perez Hilton, honey, no sympathy, no empathy, not even a because when I say, honey, this man don't even get me started, honey. So, but I just hate that he, the kids, when you got kids involved and shit, they the ones that gotta suffer. But girl, I have nothing for no Perez Hilton. So that's that on that. Look, comes his child. Because if you know, baby, and you remember all that anti-blackness and to hell with a Perez Hilton. And the gag is most of the content he was stealing for his website was from Black women creators. Tough. Like I said, don't even get me started. And honey, he doing that shit on TikTok. You know TikTok don't play. You can't even say the word suicide on TikTok. You have to say unalive or unaliving, honey. So I look, I don't know how he got that shit. Anyway, that's that on that child. And what we got next? Brad Pitt still fucking with Angelina. And you all should see where I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Let's get the article here. Brad Pitt claims Angelina won't turn over movie contracts and wants to see finances. Mm. Girl, let's get into it. Brad Pitt claims his ex wife Angelina Jolie is refusing to turn over her movie contracts as he challenges her claim that she put her career on ice following their 2016 separation. And now he wants a judge to intervene, TMZ has learned. Angelina denies Brad has a right to see that information. Brad filed court docs claiming Angelina has been giving him the runaround on producing documents showing her income from 2017 to 2021. During the time period, Angelina starred in many projects, including Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Marvel's Eternals, and Those Who Wish Me Dead. Brad's team say they asked her to provide info on upfront fees for her film roles, brand sponsorships, and any profit participation statements from movies Angelina starred in leading up to the time when she claims she determined that she needs to sell Chateau Maraval to achieve financial independence. He said Angelina initially agreed to produce the info, only to later reverse course and refuse to turn over the info to him. In recent docs, Angelina argued Brad previously got a ton of her financial info in their divorce case, which was finalized in 2024. For her part, Angelina claimed she never said she was experiencing financial distress when she sold her stake in Noivelle, their French winery company, but rather she wanted independence from Brad. Her lawyer added, the issue is not whether Jolie needed the money. The issue is that she was trying to untangle her life and her finances from her controlling and abusive ex husband. That distinction makes all the difference. Angelina said Brad's entire basis for asking for the information is a made up theory that Angelina did not allege. The actress said she already agreed to turn over certain financial records, but said Brad is asking for more docs that he more docs than he's entitled to. The request comes in Brad's ongoing lawsuit against Angelina over the sale of her interest in Norvell. TMZ broke the story. Brad sued the actress, claiming she sold her stake in the company to a hostile third party without his consent. Baby, baby, baby. Mm, we need to start calling him Brad Hits because the word on the curb is honey, and what he did to Angelina, he been. They were actually I've seen they like a whole bunch of old tweets resurfaced. I wish I would have screenshot them. But it was an old tweet that pretty much said Brad Pitt is a woman beater, and this and the time period they were alleging like was before him and Angelina were even canoodling. So the word on the curb is Brad being Pitt. We have a comment. He's attacking Angelina now that the court documents on how he abused Angelina and the kids went public. Attack, attack. Exactly. Yep.
That's what I was thinking too. He mad about the kids changing their names and everything. He pissed off.
hmm And now I want to see her finances. I want to see because if she's saying, she sold her stake in this wine company to a third party, to a hostile third party, then I want to see how much money she was making if she was so financially, if she needed that money. And her attorney said, "Well, wait a minute. We never said we needed the money. We said we wanted to get away from your ass. That's what we said."
And they divorced, so what is this bullshit?
A narcissist being a narcissist. We have a comment, Hollywood and their PR guns. Oh, we have a comment, fuck Brad Pitts, and that's not a typo. uh, and Hollywood and their PR guns for sure, honey. We can see right through this shit.
It's giving everything that I've done for you. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it's giving, especially
Mhm.
those kids. I don't know.
Yep.
It's just sad that, this is happening because ultimately those kids, no matter where they come from, are that's their dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sad to see them that their male figure in their life is that this is happening. You know what I mean? And truth be told, I don't think Angelina is all innocent either. I think she has some part of it too. I mean, let me tell you, there's always three sides to every story. You know what I mean? And when this gets messy this way, I just feel like not that she is a villain either, but also like it takes two to get to this point. Also,
Yeah, and, based off of what, because when we found out what allegedly happened on that plane, so,
and
he
karma.
really made it easy for them to distance. There was like, because I can, like,
That's
if I
fine. But also, this is karma for Angelina. You didn't stole that man from someone else, bitch, and now you got the problem.
and now that I think about it, shoot, Jennifer probably was like, "Girl, take them shit. Now I ain't gotta be hit on no more shit. Take them,
Right.
please." Now you put up with the black eyes and the makeup over allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
Let me help him pack his shit.
Mhm. So, yeah. Well, so there I think there's only 2 more who 2 left who haven't legally changed their names yet. They if I remember correctly, I know Pax is one of them because he's the one that's still hanging out with the Pitts family, like, with his cousins and stuff. So, but yeah, them kids said, "Fuck you and your name." Well, that is that on that, honey. Speaking of more problematic men in Hollywood and their PRs, but this one doesn't seem to be working, honey. Jared Leto. Remember we were just talking about him and his allegations that came forward? Well, now, honey, he done lost the movie role because of it. And you all should see where I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Jared Leto missed out on movie role amid sexual misconduct allegations. Let's get into it. Jared Leto apparently lost out on a major movie role last year, with producers behind the political thriller Assassination ultimately passing on the actor as sexual misconduct allegations mounted. Leto was deep in talks to join Barry Levinson's film before concerns about the accusations helped bring those discussions to an end, according to page 6. The movie centers on journalist Dorothy Kilgallen's investigation into the assassination of President John F. Kennedy and her mysterious 1965 death. Jessica Chastain, Al Pacino, Bryan Cranston, and Brendan Fraser are attached to the star. Leto's failed casting comes back into focus after even more allegations surfaced last week in the BBC documentary Jared Leto, Hollywood's Dark Secret. As TMZ reported, 4 women accused the Oscar winner of sexual assault, threatening sexual assault, or other misconduct towards them when they were teenagers. The documentary featured accounts for 10 women overall, detailing alleged incidents between 2002 and 2016. Leto vehemently denied the allegations, telling TMZ, "I have never sexually assaulted anyone in my entire life. These claims are absolutely and categorically false." Las Vegas police told TMZ an alleged 2002 assault was never reported to their department, while the LAPD says it has no open cases involving Leto. The LA Sheriff's County Department also said it has no pending investigations involving him. Leto still has some support in Hollywood. His talent agency, WME, told TMZ last week it continues to represent him. Mm-mm. I want to see this movie, Assassination. That look like, especially with Jessica Chastain. That's like one of my favorite white girls. I like her. But yeah, because I didn't know anything about this journalist who was investigating the assassination and then was had a mysterious death in 1960. I didn't know. This is my first time seeing her name. So I would absolutely love to know more about that. Um, say these Gen X actors ruining our retirement plan. Maybe ruining their retirement plans too. Oh, we have a comment saying favorite white girl number 67,987. Girl, don't drag me, ho. Don't drag me, ho. Well, that is that on that, honey. I imagine this is gonna happen more. He's gonna lose more roles after this because people don't want to be involved in that. But my thing is though, these police departments, especially the LAPD, honey, don't even get me started on y'all, honey, and that backlog of that rape kit backlog they had. They sit here trying to act like they just be on top of these rape cases all like they just always on top of it. Oh well, we didn't have anything reported to us. Well, how would you know? You probably did, and the shit was backlogged. Allegedly. But that's that on
Honey, LAPD ain't doing nothing but eating donuts and harassing people.
it. Ooh, mm. Well,
Listen, they barely do their own job.
like, I can't argue with you there, baby. You up the LA people, so I listen. I only have to
Yeah.
take your word for it.
LAPD ain't nothing but a local gang.
Yeah, I y'all do have some good ass donuts out there, though. Oh my god, I can't even. It wasn't Randy's Donuts, but I did see that building, and I took a picture of that iconic symbol.
Hmm.
It was California Donuts. I think that was the name of the place. I think it was California Donuts,
Yeah, we have the donut spots out here that are like specialized in different things. We do have good donut spots.
baby. A
And we
bitch
don't
had.
play about our donut spots either. I know there's a few people who like have held businesses for a really long time, and then maybe a spouse or a daughter or something like that falls ill, and the community will come together, honey, and buy out all the donuts just so the person can go home.
I know that's
I've
right.
seen that multiple times in many places here.
Yes, honey. I listen. I was pleasantly surprised when I went out there for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, these are." A bitch had a fruity pebbles donut, a matcha donut, a cookies and cream donut, some other
Mm,
donut I can't even remember. Oh my god, it was an amazing experience.
I bet. That sounds good. California Donuts, you said? I'm looking them up now.
If I remember correctly, I think that was the name of the donut shop. And if it helps, it was definitely close to downtown LA because that's where we stay. And we have a comment. Cambodian donut shops are all over California. Oh, okay. Maybe it was a Cambodian donut I ate, honey. Shout out to Cambodia.
You're
Well, that is that on that.
on 3rd Street. I see it. Yep,
Oh,
downtown. Hmm.
oh, that was it. Shout out to them. That donut was delish. Those, excuse
And
me,
it's
those donuts were delish.
and it's open 24 hours.
Yep, because we went there really late. Yep.
Okay, well, shout
After
out to
going to a
them.
dispensary.
Right. That's down the street and around the corner.
Oh, we have a comment. Imagine donuts made by King Hawaiian. The ones that make the your girl. I wouldn't see. I don't need to imagine things like that. I just got skinty and I'm enjoying it. So let me enjoy being skinty for a little bit, and then maybe we'll revisit that King Hawaiian conversation. Well, that is that on that, child. Let's talk about Charlie Sheen. We just learned that he has to pay what we learned $500,000 a month in child support to Brooks Nader and his two teenage sons, the twin boys. Well, he's saying, honey, that's getting hard for him. He was like, listen, I ain't the heartthrob I used to be, honey. It's getting hard for me. And y'all should see by way of this Radar Online exclusive, Charlie Sheen faces new financial strain after legal payout. So let's get into it. Charlie Sheen agreed to pay $500,000 in back child support to former wife Brooke Mueller for their 17-year-old twins, Bob Sheen and Max Sheen. And now sources said the financial hit is bolstering his bond with his ex, Denise Richards, as they commiserate about being taken to the cleaners by their respective past spouses, Radar Online can reveal. Charlie, who's 60, struck a deal to fork over the dough to avoid even more legal bills in his battle with Mueller, his wife from 2008 to 2011, and the uncertainties of litigation, according to a recent court filing. Charlie's trying to put a brave face on this and say it's a win because his lawyer saved him from a far bigger nightmare, but $500,000 is still a massive amount of money, an insider said. He's not broke, but he's saying he might have to take out a loan to come up with the money, which is pretty wild considering how much he's used to be worth. While Charlie has been sober since 2017, his acting career has stalled in recent years, and sources say he blew through most of his estimated $150 million fortune during his party hardy days, despite being TV's highest paid actor when he pocketed a reported $1.8 million per episode for the Two and a Half Men. According to the insider, his actor dad, Martin Sheen, would always help him out. But Charlie knows he's not about to swoop in and write a check for that kind of money without a lot of strings attached. The source said Charlie loves his boys and will always be there for them, but handing over this lump sum grinds his gears. In February, Wild Things Beauty Richards, who's 55, was ordered to pay temporary monthly spousal support of $5,000 to estranged husband Aaron Pfeifers following their 2025 split after 6 years of marriage. Speaking of Charlie's hefty handout, the insider said, ironically, It's brought him even closer to Denise because she's going through her own financial nightmare with Aaron, so she can relate. It's a pretty miserable bond to share. I would agree. That's what trauma bonding, girl. Stay away from each other. Y'all are exes for a reason. Stay away from each other. And y'all kids are grown. They don't even try to talk about no co-parents and nothing. Y'all, them kids is grown. Y'all don't stay away from each other. Because you saw I think we talked about it on the show before where they were together on the red carpet, taking pictures and hugging up. A lot of people, oh, this is cute. And somebody like me who's been reading celebrity news for a long time, keep both y'all asses away from each other. This is a reunion that does not need to happen. Well, that's that on that, honey. So he might end up taking out a loan or asking his daddy for the money. But he said he know his dad ain't gonna give him that kind of money without a whole bunch of strings attached. So yep, take your ass over to your daddy house and clean out their garage or cook his meals or whatever he needs from you. If this is such an because this is back child support, baby. She been fighting his ass since what I think we read since 2013 the last time. Mm-mm. So go ahead and get her money.
Age toxicity is wild.
Hmm. But yeah, I just can't imagine. Like, I'm sorry, you can't even pay me to feel sorry for somebody who was one of the highest paid actors on TV. Kind of like similar to Christopher Maloney. As much as I love him on Law and Order SVU, you really fucked up your bag. You were one of the highest paid actors on TV, and because you got greedy, you thought you can get more, and then they was like, "Well, look, we just gonna have to move on without you." And now, look, you mm, tried some other avenues that did not work out, and we have a comment. May this be a lesson to your viewers that earning that much money doesn't mean you'll be well forever if you don't manage it properly. Especially when you paying it for drugs and pussy like he was, honey. Talking about some tiger blood and just slinging it, honey. Well, good lord. Ooh, child. And when I tell you, it was at one point in time on Twitter, on my Twitter timeline, you couldn't escape a Charlie Sheen story. He dominated so much news back in the daytime. It was insufferable. Ugh. So glad that era is over with. Well, that's that on that. Um, are y'all familiar with the actor Johan Griffith? Or how you say his name? Johan Griffith. Johan Griffith. He was the one who played. So y'all remember the Fantastic Four movies back in the early 2000s? He's the one who played Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, in it in those movies. I did not know he was going through a nasty divorce. I mean, a nasty divorce, up to the point where he had to get a restraining order against his ex-wife because she keep on harassing him and his new boo allegedly new wife. So you all should see I've just shared here by way of this Radar Online exclusive. Johan Grufford and Alice Evans score court wins as divorce battle draws to a close. Oh, we have a question asking about Charlie Sheen. Didn't he trademark winning? I think he might have. I can't remember. That was oh my god, girl. Again, don't get me started. But back to Johan. And this starts Johan Griffith has won another court battle against his ex wife, Alice Evans, after a Los Angeles judge renewed a domestic violence restraining order against the actress for a further 5 years, extending the protections until March 4th, 2031, following a lengthy hearing. But Radar Online can exclusively reveal Evans has also scored a significant financial victory as the ruling effectively rendered the bitter split battle between the pair over. The judge in the case has ruled Griffith has to increase maintenance payments to his ex-wife. Despite Judge Michael Convey saying Evans had harassed and abused Griffith and his new wife, Bianca Wallace, he found mainly in favor of Evans in terms of payments. After Griffith claimed to have overpaid Evans by $400,000, the judge ruled he had only overpaid by $27,000. Griffith will now pay 10% of his gross income to Evans, the equivalent of $1,862 a month. The judge also ruled $168,000 in a Couch savings account was Evans' personal cash. As radar readers know, the hornblower actor who's 52 and Evans, who is 57, have been embroiled in a bitter legal dispute since separating in 2021. The restraining order, which we can reveal has been renewed, was first granted in August 2022 in favor of Griffith and his now wife Bianca Wallace, and the court has now ruled it should remain in force on the same terms until 2031. The renewal formed part of a wider proceed. I'm sorry. The renewal formed part of wider proceedings over the former couple's finances and property division after a 7-day hearing in Los Angeles. In his tentative statement of decision seen by Radar, Judge Michael Convey wrote, after a 7-day hearing, this court granted the request to renew restraining order on March 4th, 2026. The renewed DVRO is in full force and effect until March 4th, 2031 on the same terms and conditions as the August 2nd, 2022 DVRO. The judge also ordered the renewed restraining order be attached to the final judgment in the wider case, writing, this court orders that counsel attach and incorporate by reference the 12-page order to renew domestic violence restraining order filed on March 4th, 2026. The decision is the latest development in Griffiths and Evans' high-profile split. Court documents state Griffith filed for divorce in March 2021, while the marriage was formally dissolved in September 2023. The papers also note child custody arrangements were dealt with separately. Griffith had asked the court to terminate spousal support altogether, arguing Evans's conduct had harmed both his career and finances. The judge acknowledged those submissions, but rural California law did not permit support to be ended in the circumstances of the case. Judge Convey said, while Yohan states a persuasive case against Alice receiving any spousal support, this court cannot, under the law, terminate her right to receive it at this time. He added the relevant statutes do not allow termination for domestic violence on less than a misdemeanor, said Evans has not yet been given fair warning or notice that her right to receive spousal support may be terminated. The tentative statement of decision will become the court's final statement unless either party files objections within the period set out by California court rules. Sorry. This had a pop up. So Griffiths and Evans separated in January 2021 after 13 years of marriage, leading to a protracted public fallout involving a finalized divorce, extending restraining orders, and ongoing financial and custody disputes regarding their two daughters. Evans announced the separation on social media in January 2021 after Griffith stated he no longer loved her, following by Griffith filing for divorce in March 2021. Tension escalated publicly when Griffith revealed his relationship with Wallace later that year, whom he subsequently married in April 2025 and welcomed a child with in late 2025. The formal divorce was finalized in 2023, though ancillary battles over custody, support, and private records have persisted. In August 2022, Griffith secured a 3-year domestic violence restraining order against Evans after alleging a pattern of harassment and online threats. The courts have cited a continued campaign targeting Griffith and Wallace, while a judge orders the former couple to find functional ways to co-parent. Evans has vocalized severe financial difficulties and destitution through court filings and public posts, contrasting her limited residual income with Griffith's ongoing career and remarriage. Mm-mm. Do you know how crazy you got to be for a court to grant? Girl, she must have been wilding. I mean, wilding. This is actually my first time hearing about this. I didn't even know like any of this was going on. And maybe because I can't even remember the last time I seen Yohan in something that I watched. So, but I definitely loved him in the Fantastic Four movies. Just like I love Jessica Alba, baby. I say it all the time. Look, Hammy, this is my favorite white girl number, 20,000. But honey, when Jessica Alba put in them blue contacts and that blonde wig and went to work, oh baby, y'all can't tell me nothing about no Jessica Alba, honey. But that's that on that. Damn, homie. I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad he got his, but at the end, he still got to pay her though. He still got to pay her that spousal support. Wow. Well, honey, let's talk about Shawn Mendes, who is really committed to this heterosexual act, allegedly. But you all should see I have just shared here by way of TMZ, and it says Shawn Mendes goes Instagram official with girlfriend Bruna Marquezine. I hope I'm saying her name correct. Well, Shawn Mendes just went public with his relationship with girlfriend Bruna Marquezine, ringing in her birthday with a doting post on Instagram. They have it here. They say the pop star celebrated Bruna's 31st birthday with a sweet caption in which he called her a light and May in every room you walk into. He went on, Not to be too sappy, but you've truly changed my life, and I am so grateful for you. He even publicly declared his love for her in Portuguese, writing, "U te amo muito, muito, muito," which translates to "I love you so, so, so much." Alongside his romantic caption, Sean shared a video of the Brazilian actress being welcomed into a room full of cheering kids at Casa Amarela Providencia, a cultural, educational, and art center in Brazil. Other videos show Marquezine singing and dancing with the children as they seemingly sang happy birthday to her, plus Sean smiling with some of the kids. This is a huge step for the Lovebirds. They were first rumored to be dating back in December, but and they've been seen together in the States and Bruno's home country of Brazil several times. TMZ caught them packing on the PDA on a beach in Brazil back in March, for instance, but this is the first public confirmation of their relationship. As you know, Sean previously dated Camila Cabello, mm, off and on between 2019 and 2023. He was also publicly linked to Sabrina Carpenter in February 2023, just before he briefly rekindled with Camila. Mm. But it looks like that's all in the rearview mirror as he puts his love for Bruna in the spotlight. Okay, girl. Mm. Child, that's dead on that. I got nothing. And, oh, girl, let's talk about Tate McRae, honey. Tate McRae, honey, is not. She's trying to pretty much deny, any MAGA ties. Now, keep in mind she is Canadian, but people are like starting to point out some patterns that they seeing in her. And she's come out to deny that she is not MAGA. And you also see I've just shared here by way of Entertainment Weekly. Tate McRae addresses MAGA rumors after Morgan Whalen and Jack Hughes backlash. So let's get into it. Oh, let me refresh. Okay. So Tate McRae thinks actions speak louder than words when it comes to rumors about her political affiliations. Sorry, I had a pop up. I like to say my piece through organizations I support and the environment that I have on tour. The 23-year-old singer told Variety in her cover story published on August 3rd. I think it's pretty obvious what kind of person I am and the things I support. And I hope that my fans can see that through the things that I'm putting my energy towards. McCrae appeared to be referencing in part the Little Miss Possessive hoodie sold on her merchandise site. Her portion from each sweatshirt sale will go directly to benefit the Trevor Project, a nonprofit providing suicide prevention and crisis intervention services for LGBTQ plus youth. The sports car singer, a Canada native, sparked rumors that she supported the MAGA party after collaborating with country singer Morgan Whalen on the 2025 song What I Want. McCrae received a barrage of backlash online after the song was announced. I honestly just got the opportunity to do a country song, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I wanted to cross genres really bad, McCrae told Rolling Stone in December 2025, referring to the hate they received. It was just about the song for me. I didn't realize how much a song would be connected to all the other factors, and it really shocked me. While Whalen has never publicly confirmed his political views, only hinting at them on the Working Man song, social media users have associated the country singer with MAGA politics. Variety even published an article in May 2025 titled, Does Being a Morgan Whalen Fan Make You MAGA? Why the country's bad boy music is Trump coded. Whalen has previously experienced backlash of his own, leading to questions about his politics and overall actions. The country singer was dropped by his record label in February 2021 after a video of him saying a racial slur went public. He also made headlines for throwing a chair off a rooftop bar in Nashville 3 years later. McCrae's political views were questioned again earlier this year after she was romantically linked to NHL star Jack Hughes. Hughes and Team USA took home the gold for both the women and men's hockey this past February. After the men's gold medal game, President Donald Trump called the team and congratulated them on a job well done. He also took a shot at the women's hockey team during the call, which earned a laugh from Hughes. The hockey star received backlash, in turn, so did McCrae because of his reaction. Hughes later spoke to reporters about the joke, making it clear that he has so much respect for the women's team. McCrae sparked dating rumors with Hughes in late 2025 when they were spotted on a date together in New York City. By early 2026, several outlets confirmed that the two were together. However, they have yet to confirm their relationship status. I try to keep my relationships as sacred and private as possible, McCrae told Variety on Monday. I love the people in my life. They love me. You just try to keep that circle as positive and supportive as possible. And the outside noise, I can't do anything about that. Focusing my energy on something that I can't control, it just puts me in a bad mood. Mm-mm. So I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of like she's young. She's 23 years old, so there's still some education that needs to be had, some frontal lobe that needs to be developed. But baby, you can't sit here and say, "Oh, well, I just think my actions speak for this word," because that will be in the same line of like a tobacco company donating to cancer research. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, yeah, it could happen, but it's in poor taste, and like why would we want money from that? So, but okay, girl, you gonna learn real quick that yes, you are who you hang around with. You are who you date, and that's just what you in the public eye now, baby. So if you know shit about problematic people like Waylon, and you still jumped on that song with him, and didn't, I mean, maybe your record label made you do it because we know that happens. Ask Dolce and Kodak Black, allegedly, but we know that happens. But yeah, yeah, girl. Well, that's that on that. And what we got next? Oh, I got three more stories left. Martha, I'm actually really happy to talk about this. Thank you so much, Martha Stewart, for doing this because with so much propaganda out there with reaching out to women, especially women of a certain age, saying, "Oh, you need a man, you need to be married, you got to have a man in your life. You don't want to grow old alone." Girl, fuck that. And Martha Stewart is saying, "Look, I'd rather be alone. Keep these niggas away from me." She didn't say it like that, but yeah. But anyway, you should see where I said here by way of TMZ, showed here by way of TMZ. Martha Stewart loves being single, glad she's not married to elderly man. Well, let's get into it. Martha Stewart used to envy her married friends after her marriage fell apart in 1990, but now she's saying the joke's on them because she's got no stone around her neck. The businesswoman and media personality recreated her iconic 1995 People cover and told people she's vastly happier as a single gal just out there having fun with younger dudes. Martha, who turned 85 Monday, says, "The older you get, the less you really need a mate, I think. I wouldn't want to be beleaguered with an older, ill person." She assures that she goes out plenty, maybe not on official dates, but she's enjoying herself and she's got lots of friends. That said, Martha says her friends know if they invite her to a party, she ain't going to be there for long because she likes to be the last one there and the first one to bounce. Bottom line, Martha ain't into vintage. She only likes the younger models. I know that's right. She said, "Listen, I'm gonna get it cracked every now and then, but I don't want nothing serious, especially not with nothing older than me or old as me." Mm-mm.
Martha is a girl after my heart. You know what I'm talking about? Amen. Amen.
I love to see
I'm
it.
the last one to get there and the first one to go. Amen. Ooh, let's not overstay our welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Ooh, and we have a comment. She knows these niggas ain't shit. Just get the dick and go. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hmm. And Clarissa need to learn.
Hello. Just get it
But
and go, girl.
mhm.
Well, that is that on that. Let's talk about some CBS News. Are y'all familiar with the two correspondents for CBS News, Tony Dokapil and Matt Gutman?
Yeah,
Probably.
Tony. I am
Okay.
familiar with Tony because he's married to Katie Tur.
Al, yeah. So I didn't know that about him. What I do know though that he and Matt are beefing allegedly.
Well, Tony is a dummy
Ooh.
and a low key might be MAGA.
Ooh, well, mm-mm. Well, you all should see what I've just shared here by way of Radar Online, and in this exclusive, CBS News stars Tony Dokapil and Matt Gutman face off.
Okay, but first of all, he not gonna be fucking with Matt Gutman. Hold on, hold the fuck out. That's what you not gonna do, Tony. Ain't too bright, but okay. Go ahead, Auntie. Sorry.
Well, CBS News stars Tony Dokapil and Matt Gutman have been quietly sizing each other up for years, with each of the ambitious dudes determined to come out on top, Radar Online can reveal. They see each other as competition, a television insider said. Neither wants the other to win. Every big interview, every headline, every career move gets noticed. Gutman recently revealed he nearly lost his bank account in a sophisticated phone scam, earning widespread sympathy. But behind the scenes, sources say the viral story has intensified comparisons between two of television's most handsome leading newsmen. Mm. Um, they're both smart, ambitious, polished, and they know exactly how they come across on camera, said another insider. They're cut from the same cloth, which is exactly why they clash. A veteran producer added, everyone is keeping score, and Tony and Matt are playing to win. Mm, okay, girl. And that's pretty much the story. So, okay, if y'all don't grow the fuck up, grow up, both of you. The hell? Before I come up in there and take y'all damn jobs, do you really have something to be upset about?
Look, Tony barely got a job. They be look the way they talk about since he took over, the ratings have plummeted. Please, he better be glad he's still on there.
Hmm. Well, that is that on it. I actually stopped really watching. So after my friend Elise died, she used to be one of the morning weather girls at CBS. After she passed away, I just kind of really didn't watch any of their news programming any longer. No reason. I just like I built a connection with ABC and them. I love the ABC news, especially in New York, local news. So I just kind of fell off watching CBS. But so I wasn't aware of who these guys are. But well, that's that on that. And the last story I have for us today is some Real Housewives of Orange County. T. Kelly Dodd, honey, she's suing her business manager, her branding manager, whatever you want to call her, brand manager. You all should see where I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Real Housewives of Orange County star Kelly Dodd sues brand manager for allegedly swiping swag. Well, girl, let's get into it. And former Real Housewives of Orange County star Kelly Dodd is dragging her brand manager to court, claiming the woman sent products intended for Kelly to her own home, causing Kelly to lose out on brand deals and paydays in the process. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Kelly and her husband, Rick Leventhal, sued a Florida based woman named Lacey Cogan for $12,500 in small claims court. Kelly said she hired Lacey to work as her brand manager to solicit deals with companies that paid Kelly to share their products on her social media for monthly payments and commissions. The reality star said Lacey was also responsible for setting up and managing her Shop My account, where brands would send Kelly products to promote the items on her socials in exchange for money. Kelly says she argued to pay, I'm sorry, Kelly says she agreed to pay Lacey 20% of the brand deals, 20% of the fair market value of the goods received, and 20% of any commissions earned. Kelly claims she discovered Lacey had more than 500 products sent to herself in Boca Raton, either in Kelly's name or her own, with a total value exceeding $42,000. Kelly said this was done without her permission and in violation of their deal. She said the company sent the products for her, which she never got and ultimately caused her to lose out on the products and the commissions. Kelly says she's sifted through the records and found 254 orders with 523 products, including mini dresses, denim jackets, skin products, makeup, perfume, pillows, and a body wash. There's a court date set for next month in the case. As TMZ first reported, Kelly is separately facing criminal charges over alleged revenge porn in a separate legal mess. Bruh. Ooh, honey. Well, all my scamming ass niggas that girl.
These people stay in court behind some bullshit.
Look, chill. I was gonna say, why is all the housewife folks? Why they all caught up in damn scamming shit? What is
Uh,
going on? The whites, the blacks, all of them.
Well, we have some information in the comments where we have that can add more context. So we have we it's the comment says Kelly is a dud, and then she's a bully to online creators and sues everyone who criticizes her. Glad she got kicked off of the Real Housewives of OC and Bravo. Oh wow. Oh, was there? I didn't know all of this about her. See, I've never watched any of the. I just know them by well, some of them like Vicky and but yeah. Well, that is that on that, and that was actually all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, I always like to ask my team, did y'all have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? And I'm just scrolling through TMZ to see if there's anything. Ooh, ooh, there is something. Ooh. So Brittany and Jax. Ooh. She said, I hope both you and Lori are miserable, honey. Ooh. Let me get this link here. And it's a TMZ article. Let me go back to this. Yes, we have a comment saying more Bravo news. Okay, the gift that keeps on giving. And baby, I love talking about this story, but y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Brittany Cartwright rips ex-publicist Lori Krebs as snake over Jax Taylor romance. She is a fucking snake. Well, let's see what. So there's a clip in here. Let's play the clips together.
I never wish bad for anybody, but they have to be absolutely miserable, and I hope they are. I feel like I was taken advantage by those two individuals, and it is sick. A narcissist doesn't have feelings. I've never seen a snake like this before in my entire life. My honest opinion is that my ex needs a mommy. Oh my gosh. Does anyone believe that I want to be married to this man? Jack straight up told that he had slept with Lori. I've never seen another publicist want to be the center of attention like she did.
Ooh, ooh. We have a Duran Duran quote in the saying the union of the snake is on the climb, especially in this case, honey, for sure, girl. Mm. No, Lord, you trash, girl. You are trash. And cannot be trusted around her because you cannot. There is nothing. You can't even pay me to think that y'all were not canoodling around when Brittany and Jax were together and you were working as both of their publicists. You cannot pay me to believe that shit was it was probably going down just like Raquel and Tom and Ariana and them. It probably happened just like that. This is nasty. Oh, we have a comment saying, "Come over to Auntie Derek show, Brittany." Oh yes, girl. If you want to, honey. You know, look, we would love to have you, girl. So, but it says both, but both Brittany and Lori are suckers for falling for Jackson. To be honest, girl. Ugh, what do y'all see in it? Ugh. Mm-mm.
I
Well,
want
I
to
guess
see
it's
what
not for me to
numbers.
understand.
I don't see it. Like, please tell us what you see in it. What? What?
He looks like an alcoholic wrestler.
Ooh. Well, that's that on that. That alcoholic wrestler, honey.
Hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
And someone should slap that stupid mustache off his face because it's dumb. But everybody,
Damn.
all these little white ladies, though, they all swooning after him. He is not cute.
No, not at
At
all.
all.
Maybe 10
He's
years
white
ago.
lady cute. He's white lady cute. That's what he is.
Is he though?
Mm,
For the white ladies, yeah.
maybe, honey.
You, I
I
mean,
could
look at
not
her. She
relate.
was like, yeah, she thought she had got her a winner.
But I don't even watch Vandersloot and hotels and bars. I don't even watch none of that. But what I will say is that I just know him being a problem ever since the very beginning. Like, I've only known his name to be an issue on the show for like the last 15 years.
I didn't know anything about him. I learned of him from season 1 of the E Network House of Villains, and that's when they kind of gave me a little bit of a rundown on him. And I'm like, oh, he seems horrible. But
Vandersloot, Vanderpump. Whatever, y'all know what I was trying to say. I could not
I
think.
knew what you were saying. I didn't even, and I wasn't even thinking nothing else about it.
Yeah, when they were bartenders at the gay club, right?
Wasn't
Imma
he
take
I
your
on
didn't
word
watch
for
it,
it.
but yeah.
other mess before on the Vanderpump show
I thought that's
before
where he
this?
came from the first year because what's her name was a housewife. And then she said, "Fuck all this drama. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna have my own drama over here with these young ass kids, and I'm an old lady." That lady been an old lady for 15 years. I digress. So anyway, so from my understanding, they started off as bartenders and servers and shit at Vanderpump's
Mm-hmm.
bar and
Hmm.
restaurant, hotel, not hotel, bar and restaurant or whatever, club or whatever. But Jax is obviously like, it's a name. So I just remember him being a problem since season one of that. And that was how long ago? Like played, honey. And then it's her fault. She married his stupid ass. She knew what he was. She thought she won something.
So we
Well,
have, a comment
she did.
saying he was or is a cocaine addict. He
Tracks.
always wear a list revealed on the reunion show.
That's
He
right.
he's always sweaty because of the drugs, and he's the character you want to see fall on his face. Ooh.
Damn. Nah said we waiting on his downfall. Woo.
While he fucking mad bitches. Like I can't.
And
Look,
it's
that's what them white girls like that. And you know he looked like he got bad skin.
That's why he looks like an alcoholic wrestler.
Well, and it was crazy. We were just talking about because I brought up Ariana and Tom and Raquel. Girl, they got a TMZ article about them.
I bet.
And it doesn't look like it's a good one for Ariana. Good news for Ariana, but y'all should see where it says here Ariana Maddox loses appeal in Raquel Levitt's revenge porn lawsuit. Well, let's get into it. Ariana Maddox is still trying to get Raquel Levitt's revenge porn lawsuit tossed, but an appeals court just told her the case isn't going anywhere. The California Court of Appeal ruled Wednesday Ariana can't get Raquel's claims thrown out at this early stage, siding with the lower court judge who previously rejected her attempt to kill the case. The former Vanderpump Rules star also argued Scandoval was a huge public story, so her actions surrounding it were protected as free speech. But the court says the affair being public didn't make Raquel's private sexual videos public too. And that's the heart of Raquel's case against Ariana. She claims Ariana accessed and copied the video, which she says depicted her in a state of undress and masturbating from Tom Sandoval's phone before distributing them to others. The judges stressed they're not saying Raquel's allegations are true or that Ariana actually sent the videos to anyone besides Raquel. They're simply saying Ariana can't knock out the lawsuit on free speech grounds, meaning Raquel gets to keep pressing her case in court. As TMZ previously reported, Raquel sued Tom and Ariana in 2024 for revenge porn, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Of course, TMZ broke the news of Tom and Ariana's split in March 2023 and later reported Ariana had discovered sexual messages on and videos on Tom's phone, exposing his months-long affair with Raquel. Mm. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Ariana tried it. She tried to say, "Oh well, I mean, the affair was public, so I thought everything else in the phone was public too." You tried it, girl. But no, it don't work like that. Revenge porn is still a thing, and you can still be prosecuted because of that. Let's see. I'm just looking like Moon is right. He and Tom Sandoval are white women fine. Let's see. Imagine all these restaurant servers. They were in LA trying to be actors, but made their money as reality show stars, then brought homes in the valley where it's hot, cookie cutter homes that look alike. Mm. And they all got divorced and separated. Mm-mm. Just like about James, honey. Didn't we just read about James and he just had a baby with that girl or got a pregnant one. I think we talked about her. She's a North Carolina girl that James is with. But yeah.
The reality of cokeheads and money.
Work. Look, white girls and white girl. Okay.
Right. Right. That part.
Well, for real, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us. So I just want to double check. Did anybody have any tea that they wanted to share or anything I might have missed before we head out?
Yes, I do about Sophie, oh stupid ass Cunningham. She had a microphone in her face because a reporter asked her about something, and she's saying now it's just she wants to talk only about basketball after she done ruffled all kind of feathers and made everybody mad and said all the MAGA shit she wanted to say. Now that people are questioning her and asking her and confronting her and making statements now she's like, we're gonna keep the main thing. Bitch, I'm still screaming at her when she's at that free throw line. So I'm gonna tell her not only does she need to get the fuck up out of LA since you don't like it here so much, because she went on a whole rant about that on her live or something about not liking LA. And it's like, girl, you here for a day and a half, maybe. And she's talking about all these things and shit she don't know about, basically. So yeah, now she's talking about I want to keep the main thing after she doesn't spewed all that hatred. So fuck that bitch.
Exactly. What Jocelyn say to Nina Parker? No, you should have stopped talking about it when I asked you to talk about it. Now we're gonna talk about it.
Times
Right.
two. Fuck that bitch.
Period.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
can't open the goddamn door and then try to close it. It's too late.
At your convenience. How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you knew
Hmm.
what was gonna happen. Now you don't want to talk about it.
She wanted
Kiss
the
our
attention now that she
ass.
got it. And now she don't
Yeah.
want it. Exactly.
Here's that
Exactly.
attention you wanted, right?
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
And all
well,
she's
thank you
doing
for
is
that.
causing discord into something that's supposed to be a team sport. You know, you're not doing the team any favors with that bullshit.
Period.
Exactly. Thank you for that, Slayonka. And to hell with a Sophie Cunningham.
Trade her ass. Fire her.
Ooh, ooh,
No, keep that bitch where she at. No, we don't want her not nowhere else. Keep that bitch where she at.
ooh.
Oh, and
Is she in
last thing.
Indiana?
Yes, of
Oh
course.
yeah, she can stay up there with her racist people.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that's a good place for her.
Exactly. Let her thrive and her bullshit over there. And I think I had mentioned this, but Cleveland's gave they have a new team and all of that. The Sirens. I really love their commercial or their advertisement for the new season or for their logo and all of that. The announcement of the team was amazing. They had Asia sneakers in the little commercial that they had on top of a black girl that was in the commercial. She was like the main character. I loved every moment of it. It was very well made. The 3D effects and all of the things and CGI and all of that was amazing. So kudos to them. I think that they are now going to set the standard for advertisement and content and the elevation in graphic design and all of that. I just think it was very well done. There wasn't a whole bunch of there was a whole bunch of white ladies up there, but it was well done. They're smart.
That's what's up, Al. Well, congrats. I'm over here like, yay, sports ball. I'm happy that you're happy. Well, y'all, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. And don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com, hit that big green subscribe button at the top left, and join my free mailing list and get your free hugs in your inbox on a daily basis. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye,
Bye
y'all.
everybody.
Bye.